Welcome. I'm gonna intend this video to be both very energetically bringing you energy and also logicalizing it. Yeah, I was seeing it like the first half is gonna be the energy and then second half is logicalizing it, but actually it's more just like there's an undercurrent of this entire reading maybe it's gonna turn into a reading. This entire video is intended for you to recognize if an emotion, the emotion that you're currently in or energy that you're currently in, is your own, or if it stems from another that you are receiving. And yes, is it from you, is it from your body, or is it from another being's body? So it's for clarity on that, but it is also about if you're within that energy and you know it's not yours and you're still having trouble releasing it, if that's something you're desiring to do, then hopefully this will, and it's intended, this video is intended to help shift that energy, to release it so that you're back centered in yourself, centered in the energy that you intend to be in. So I had a more difficult day today. It's so funny. I had a difficult day today emotionally because it was not my emotion and I was having difficulty with truly allowing myself to believe that and thus release it. I was very much afraid that it's weird. I kind of almost feel like this was just so I could make this video actually. Everything felt so set up. My mind is going like, I want to like make this video more concise though, but I guess this is going to be more of a talky. I can only make talky videos. Yes, so essentially my day I was holding on to an emotion of I'm just gonna call it glumpiness, and I could recognize the person that I thought it was coming from, but I wasn't able to trust myself enough to actually believe it. I feel really called to sit with that energy. A lot of like diamond colored light, like really light turquoise, like aquamarine is being drawn through this, which does feel like a very clarifying, like both like clarifying of like what the present energy is, but also like a wash it away. It's kind of weird when I look at the camera and I'm not seeing you, I'm seeing myself. That's why I feel like I always look away, because it's like I can more imagine that it's you then. Maybe. That's what wants to come through now anyway. I feel like that could really relate with the empathy. Looking away, not at the self. Not looking at the self because you're wanting to look at the other. My mind is so blank right now. Okay, maybe that maybe that clicked something for someone. Okay. Basically, tip for empathy can be, well, dealing with empathy, recognizing where it's coming from, because it's just like going down to the anchor where the knot is tied, so that you can then release that knot. So seeing what the emotion actually is, and through doing that, it with empathy, it's like you kind of gotta be very, very open to what the emotion is, because it might not be to do with anything you're experiencing in your life. So it can be very helpful, I think, to channel. I guess what I mean by that is like to just speak. And it doesn't have to be speaking with words, but like writing or thinking aloud. I didn't mean to say aloud, so maybe that's irrelevant for most people watching, or for some that resonate with that. I was trying to say thinking in your mind. It's just like allowing there to be a flow, or expressing with like art and stuff. Somehow not letting the mind get in the way is basically what I'm trying to say, because it allows anything to come through. That's what I mean. It can be integral to allow anything, any sort of understanding of what it could be, to be brought through, to be brought to your awareness, because it can be anything. It's, again, like I just said, doesn't have to be from your own experience, from your own body, because I mean, that's what empathy is, it's from others. So expressing the emotions, no matter what they are, it's helpful for processing your own emotions, yes, but it will probably just be a lot quicker when of a processing. Okay, here's the thing. I'll finish that sentence. A lot quicker of a processing when it's someone else's, because you have less attachment to it, because it's not stemming from your own root system, your own experiences that you have more of an attachment to, which all of this is to be taken lightly, because emotions don't really belong to anyone anyway, so kind of everything is empathy. Like, you're not really it's like you are not that emotion, no matter if it comes from your body or someone else's body. So you can process the emotions of others just the same as you would your own emotions. Is that getting really light and dark for you? I don't... It's doing that on my screen, but it might just be the screen, not the like camera part. I guess for me personally, my difficulty with certain emotions, it doesn't come from a lack of being in them, because I'll be in them very easily. It's like this whole day I've been in that glumpy emotion, and I kept trying to figure out where it's coming from, and kept trying to like release it, but always from my own perspective, as opposed to allowing the truth of what this emotion, this feeling actually was, which was what someone else was experiencing. How did I start that? I don't remember. I've been in a very past lifey feeling just lately. that might reflect for you now, whenever you're finding this. Yeah, it could be that you're feeling emotions that aren't just from, or there's a resonance with remaining open to your emotions not even being from another being that you're familiar with, or other beings around you that you're not familiar with but are still around you in the same like time period location, but also from other time periods, time fluctuals, again, of your own past lives, future lives, other lives, or others. Because if you're tapped into any energy, you're tapped into any energy. I kind of want to hone in more on that understanding that emotions aren't you, and so everything, even your own quote-unquote own emotions, aren't really yours. It's seeing everything from a very higher perspective of non-attachment, of, I guess it goes to seeing what really are emotions. And this is all my perspective on emotions. I actually don't know the literal definition of an emotion or a feeling, but the way I'm seeing it now is seeing through the soul's perspective, so that it's you're just feeling it, like collective information. You're feeling, or you're experiencing, your soul is your consciousness is experiencing a direct like vibration off a core point. It's feeling the waves, the resonance from a core experience. So when you go back to that core experience, where is this emotion coming from? You're following the trail of how it feels back to where it's come from, what it is. And that's just like shining light, which is purifying, which is, it releases it. Clarity always, that's why my intention at the start was, for me personally, it felt less like I'm helping you release and more just like I'm helping bring clarity, bring light. Because once you see something, it's like it's gone, it's poofed. Or it's recentered, realigned. Do we want to do cards? I'm gonna say goodbye now. Namaste. Because I'm gonna do a roll, and I don't know if you're gonna be able to see my underwear when I roll. But but if not, then I'll get some cards to do. Because I can't not roll off my bed. It's my bed is it's not on like a stand, whatever you call that. It's really dark, isn't it? Fun. Yes, so it's just a mattress on the floor. That was an easier way to say it, wasn't it? But you know, two different perspectives on the same thing. That feels very relevant. Yeah, I like to roll off my bed. I think that's all I was trying to get out. See, the difficulty is rolling onto the bed. I have practiced. I have placed pillows like as trying to get like a ramp to make it like more of a smooth transition, so that I'm not just like putting my leg up and then like using my strength to flop myself up. Like I really want to make it more of like a smooth transition. I really want to know how that is relevant for people. Like how, because I was particularly talking about rolling up, how you can roll up more fluidly. You've done, like, you've mastered the rolling down part, but how are you going to roll up? Yeah, that's literally what it is. Because I feel like those of you who are resonating with this video, you got your own processing down. When you know it's your emotion, when it is your emotion, when you can find that source, poof, that emotion got no hold over you. You can process that very easily. However, when it comes to maybe recognizing that it's not yours, and that you're simply picking up stuff that you can very easily release when you trust that it is not yours, that is maybe where the problem comes in. So, okay, that's interesting. Let's ask, who is this? Whose is? Okay, we'll get a couple cards for whose emotion is this. I've long wanted to make a pick a card reading on that. Like, is this your emotion? But maybe it would. I guess I hadn't thought of it enough, or I was just gonna say maybe it would be better if I did, where is this emotion coming from? And that leaves it open to, like, every single pile's emotion is coming from themselves, and we're just gonna find out what it's on about, what it is about. I guess this is what normal readings are kind of about. Ah, okay. That trail led me to somewhere. It always does, or doesn't, but it's always somewhere, even if it's nowhere. What was I thinking? Where did it lead me to? Yes. Some of you may need clarification that during readings you get, wherever you get your readings, they may be picking up on the other beings that you pick up on. So say for example you have like two beings that you often feel the energy of, like they're always a part of you, or you have however many number you have checklist in. Like, is it this one? No. Is it this one? No. Yeah, some of you may just need the clarity that if a reading is not sounding like it's talking about you, but it's bringing you, it is resonating in some way, right? Because everything has to experience it. It could very well be that you're getting a reading on someone else that you're embodying the vibrations of, but it's not yours. And from there, when you realize that it's not your reading, but it, you know, kind of wink wink kind of is your reading, then sometimes I feel like you'll or maybe this split between like the people watching, so different options available, whether they both be for you or just one of them or zero of them, can be then to not to just click off the video, or wherever you're getting the reading from, just being like, yeah, this isn't for me, this is for something that was in my energy, or to, which I was feeling more for those of you watching, is to continue receiving that reading, however, having a solid understanding and trust within yourself that you know where it's coming from, or you know what it's about. Basically just allowing the clarity of reading what you're experiencing, even if that experience is not actually yours, but it's like quote unquote yours, because nothing is yours, but also everything is yours. Okay, so we'll get however numbered different one card for each pile for the people watching. Where is this emotion coming from? That's it? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do this a new way. Pick 1 or 2. I'm not showing you anything. If you need a visual, you can write on a piece of paper the number 1 and the number 2, and you can pick which one resonates with you that way. Or get your own, crystals, cards, whatever. Okay, so timestamps, or you can just flip. I don't know how long this is going to be. It's so dark. I kind of love it. There should be more readings this dark. I feel like I would personally hate that, but right now I'm thinking that it's super cool. I usually like lightness a lot, but this is like dark mode. Okay, pile 1s. Oh, it's pointing. One moment, give me a moment. Okay, pile 1. I think that your emotion is coming from yourself, but there are a few exceptions. So the card, ooh, is brighter, isn't it? There's something about that brightness. I can't quite, yeah, it's like you're the light in the dark. That's what this is making me feel. White stag, protector. You're an old soul. Your best friend is nature. Use your intuition to take you where you want to go. Awaken to the powerful force within you. You're meant to create blessings with your magic. Okay. For some of you already got the message from the start, but for most of you, the message is actually you already know. You know where this is coming from. You have crystal clear clarity. So for you, I don't want to say where this is coming from. I'm wanting to say you know with full certainty. You may have, well, I say full certainty, but you may have wavering unsureness, like, but is it? But that's the thing, it's like you're having an but is it to something, and that something is correct. So for a lot of you, I'm actually, which is going against what I said at the start, but for a lot of you, I'm really feeling like this is not your emotion, but you already know where it's coming from. Or if it is your emotion, you also know where it's coming from. This is giving me such solo vibes, like you, like hermit, you have a very strong sense of self because you have isolated yourself for some, or you have for everyone, you've isolated yourself in some way, but for some of you that's going to appear more like, I want to say internally than externally. Like, you've isolated yourself in a way where you have brought a lot of clarity to who you are and what you feel. Oh my god, it's so dark. I know I'm gonna keep saying that. I wonder if I was dark skinned, if this would just like completely blend in, because I'm just seeing like because of my whiteness, it's like reflecting off. And my hair though. Ha! Light, bring more light. Yes, that message is for you. If you are needing more clarity, bring more of yourself into the situation. In other words, what is your wisdom telling you? What do you know? Because you know very well. Yeah, that's your reading. Your clarification. Your clarification is you don't need clarification. Okay, bye-bye, number ones. Love you. Okay, pile number twos. You got the heron. Now, I didn't mention this for pile number one, but I was noticing how pile number one had come off in reverse and pile two, you had been upright. And I was thinking that was probably... well, now I'm seeing it in the other way. I was thinking at first that was because upright is like it's pointing outwardly, it's pointing to others. So I was thinking your emotion is likely coming from external, not your own self, your own being, not your own life experience, but others's. And in the card we see they're also like looking far off into the distance, and there are two in this picture, so this is definitely the pile of these emotions you're feeling are not your own. And I'm getting two things in particular. For this is one, like you could be feeling the beings that are very, very close in your vicinity, like quite physically close to you, but then also very energetically close. So this is water. I was just thinking, like, why do I have like a whole extended image of what this image is, and just loads of water, and then land in the very far distance. So it could be that across waters, or just somewhere very far to you, that you're connected with multiple beings, or one, or however many beings, that you feel the emotions of them. So this could be very much you're picking up on the emotions, you're feeling the emotions of beings who are any distance away from you. Okay, do we have any other messages? I'll read the card for you. Heron. And I also want to note how I feel so much like so much darker. It got like significantly darker for your pile, which does kind of reiterate that same message to me of this is not your emotion, and you're probably having a hard time with accepting that because the light is not in yet. It's like it's something that is much harder to maneuver because this is not your own. Yes. This is not your own emotion. Is there more to say there? I feel like there's more to say from that stream of thought. Okay, so the card says Heron, patience. Create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently towards your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. So a part of this difficulty, I'll hold this up for you if you can see it. A part of this difficulty may be that you're kind of trying to run around searching for this emotion or trying to solve it, as opposed to sinking back into yourself very, I guess, more elegantly. More easily, I want to say. You can allow yourself to like automatically rewire, is what it feels like for you. So I guess that is giving me feelings of using nature to reset you, or opening a window. Something for you feels very practical, like you can take steps, but they're very like they don't require any work on your part. It's kind of just like you get a reading, or you do Reiki on yourself, or get Reiki from another, or draw a sigil, or I don't know, it feels like magic-y, like practicing stuff, using crystals to clear it, which is, yes, sacred geometry. Yeah, there feels like there's so many different ways that you could bring yourself back into your own embodiment. And it is actually almost giving a opposite than what I was saying at the start of the video, and it's feeling more like, no, this can be practically, logically released with just the intention to release it. I'm not sure how, I'm not seeing right now how this is opposite to the message at the start, but maybe some of you didn't actually watch the start, and this is confirmation that yes, good job using that intuition of yours to not watch it. If you did watch it, then that message was not for you. I think that's it for your mini reading. No, this emotion is not yours. Hope it helped. I love you very much. And that's it. Bye bye.